What is up, guys? We are back with another video, and today we have the Tank 3 by Fifine. Now, they were kind enough to send this over for us to take a look at, man, so shouts out to them. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys are looking for this microphone, man, you can find it on Amazon. I will throw a link in the description, and the price for this is about 89 bucks, all right? Couple of quick things before we dive into this unboxing, man, is that you guys know that I'm a fan of the K688. If you've been following this channel for a while, the Fifine K688 is one of my favorite microphones that they have made thus far. So I'm really stoked about testing out this Tank 3 and listening to the sound quality and checking out the build quality and all of that good stuff. All right, couple of things, notable things to mention about this microphone off the rip, even though we're going to get into an unboxing, is that this is an XLR and a USB-C microphone, so you can use it either way. You can plug it into the PC, or you can plug it into an audio interface that supports XLR and all that stuff. It does have a mute button on the mic. As far as hardware and the volume up and down, you can monitor your audio and all of that good stuff, but you guys will see that when we unbox it. One thing I did read up on that this microphone said, and I kind of want to make sure I get to that and let you guys know, but it says it has like a noise reduction feature, and it sounds as if it's kind of built in to where it just kind of blocks out the sound, because this is a dynamic mic. So I'm assuming that, you know, just using this microphone, it does a good job at canceling out like background noise and all kinds of vibrations and stuff like that while using it on your desk and all of that good stuff. So that's just kind of like what I assume, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. All right, y'all, so as far as the unboxing, guys, once you open this thing up, this is exactly what you're going to be greeted with. You're going to have a user manual right here, and in this user manual, it's going to give you everything you need to know about this microphone. But one of the key things to note is the placement for how you're going to actually speak into the microphone. So that's going to be located about right here. It kind of shows you how to speak into the mic, meaning, you know, speak directly in the top of the mic and not from like the side and all of that stuff. So I think that's a really good little demonstration right there. And as well as it shows you how to plug it in XLR and USB-C and all that stuff. So, you know, if you need to get yourself up and running, take a look at this. Now, this mic, to me personally, I can feel that it's already going to be just a basic, just something simple. It's not going to be over the top. This is everything that you're going to get. And I just had that feeling when I saw the mic that it was just going to be straight up. They were just going to come straight at you. You know what I'm saying? So right here, you get a USB-C cable, which I think is cool. So if you don't have an XLR, at least at a minimum, you can get yourself up and running with your PC, and you don't have to worry about waiting to get an XLR cable. And you can already go ahead and start taking advantage of using this microphone. But we got that there. And then last but not least, man, is the actual microphone itself. It's not anything else in here but this mic. And right now, pulling it out, this mic is heavy. This thing has a little bit of weight on it right here. And as you can see, these are your volume up and down controls right here. As you can see, you got one for the mic and you got one for the headphones. My hands is a little slippery right now, a little greasy right now, but as you can see, it is a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but that's neither here nor there. All you gotta do is wipe that off and you'll be good to go. A little bit of Fifine branding right there. Got that mute button right here as well. This is all metal. The whole thing is a metal design, and I think that's nice. So the way this mic would be positioned, it would look like this when you're talking in the mic. So you'll have it here just like that, and you'll be talking directly into there. But this is what this mic is looking like. Down here on the bottom, you have your headphone jack right here. You have your USB-C, and you got your XLR. And again, dynamic mic, basic setup, nothing over the top. One thing I will know, wanted to note, is that anytime you're using it with the XLR, just understand that these controls, they kind of become irrelevant because you have to control everything from like your audio interface. But if you plug it into USB-C, then you'll get all of these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get this. This mic is heavy, y'all. This mic is heavy, but this thing is solid. I will go ahead and say this right now, just off of my first impressions from looking at it, feeling this build quality and stuff. I will say that even though the K688 is my favorite microphone, this microphone right here, just from the feel of this, is built better than the K688. I just gotta say that hands down. Still like the K688, but I'm ready to test this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to test it out on XLR, and then I will test it out on USB-C so you guys can have a quick little audio test for what it sounds like, depending on which way you want to use it. At least you can have that example. And then, as well as my Vocaster 1 has a software to where that we can tweak the audio and all of that good stuff. So I'll use the XLR, and we'll jump into the Vocasters, which is my hub. We'll go into that software, and then we'll do a little bit of tweaking to see what we can get it to sound like outside of just the standard out of the box sound as well. All right, so first, let's go ahead, get it set up, and let's go ahead and start testing this out. All right, y'all, so this is the audio quality via XLR coming out of the tank, man. And to be honest with you guys, in my headphones, it sounds really good, man. And another thing, too, is that I'm running it directly into the Vocaster, going straight into the camera. So it's not, you know, in Audacity or anything like that inside my PC. This is going straight into the camera. So if you was curious about what it would sound like going straight into the camera via XLR, this is what that sounds like. And it's straight out of the box, no effects or anything like that. However, I am going to throw a couple of quick effects on it here in a minute. 3 things about this microphone that I really, really like. Number 1, sound quality in my ear, crazy. I don't know if you guys are getting it the way I'm hearing it. I don't know if you're hearing it the way I'm hearing it in these headphones. But man, in here, crazy. I mean, it sounds really good. It sounds crispy. It sounds clear. I mean, it's man, it sounds really good. And then I didn't have to turn it all the way up. So, I mean, that's a really good thing as well. I didn't have to like turn the mic gain all the way up to get this sound. I just kind of got it. It's not peaking or anything. And I mean, it sounds good, man. And number 2 is the build quality. It's an all metal design, man. And I can see why they named it the Tank, because it is a heavy microphone, but it also at the same time looks really, really sleek. Number 3, I like that they had the fact that it has a mute button and it has, you know, physical knobs as well as a spot on the microphone to monitor the audio. All right. So if you're using it USB-C, you can take advantage of the buttons and you can take advantage of monitoring your audio if you don't have an audio interface or anything like that. So I think that is a good look. And just to throw a bonus out there, I like it with this Fifine low profile boom arm. And that's just to throw that in there, man. But this thing sounds good in my ears, man. So real quick, plosives, and then I want to kind of move around the microphone so you guys can see what it sounds like talking at it from, you know, from the sides and so forth. So plosives, let's do it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Now I'm about 6 to 8 inches away from the microphone, and I feel like it handled the plosives pretty well. I'm not trying to like forcefully push out the plosives, but at the same time, I still feel like it handled it well. Now, if I was on this side of the microphone, this is what that would sound like. So you can kind of see that it does kind of, you know, it does kind of cancel out a little bit of that noise on the opposite sides of the microphone, and you have to talk directly into it. So if I was on this side right here, this is what that would sound like. So again, I really do believe it does cancel out a little bit of the noise on the outside of the microphone. So you got to talk directly into it. Real quick too, I'm talking a little fast because I know I want to get to some of these effects and I want to try this thing out via USB-C. So let's go ahead and roll right with the punches. So right now on the Vocaster hub, I have everything turned off. Like again, you've been getting it straight up out of the box. So on this Vocaster hub, we have 4 settings on the Vocaster hub. And if you guys see me do this video on the Vocaster hub, you'll know what I'm talking about. But we have the radio sound, we have clean, warm, and bright. All right, so right now, nothing is turned on, and I'm going to go ahead and click bright right now. So right now, we are in the bright setting, all right, on the Vocaster hub. And this is just to give you guys an example of some presets, just throwing some presets on this microphone so you can see how that sounds as well. Because some of you may not like what it sounds like straight out of the box, and you may want to do some of your own tweaking. So I just wanted to at least give you a little bit of a example of what that could sound like if you threw a few tweaks on it. So right now, with the Vocaster hub, straight into the camera, this is what the bright setting sounds like, all right? Hopefully that sounds really good. And to me personally, I mean, I could rock it with the bright setting and keep it a buck and rock it like that, because that sounds really good in my ear as well. Number 2, we're going to go to the warm setting. So let's click that. So right now we are in the warm setting, and hopefully you guys heard that change in the audio. But this is what the warm setting sounds like on the Vocaster 1. And again, this is just presets on the Vocaster. You may not have a Vocaster, so you may not have these presets available, but at the same time, you can always tweak whatever microphone you have. If you have any type of software, you can always tweak it and do things like that. But again, I just wanted to give you guys the example. So again, that was the warm setting. So right now, let's go to the clean setting. So now I just click the clean setting, and this is what that sounds like as well, coming from the Vocaster 1 directly into the camera. This is not on the PC using Audacity or anything like that. This is straight from the Vocaster, straight into the camera. And again, that was the clean setting. All right, so let's go to the final setting, which is the radio, and see what that sounds like. So now we are in the radio setting, and this is what that sounds like. Again, from the Vocaster 1 straight into the camera. not using Audacity, Vocaster, straight to the camera, radio setting, and to me personally, it sounds good. So if I had to sum just using these presets with this microphone, I feel like they all sound good. However, I think that I probably would go with the bright or the warm. But again, the radio does sound good. I feel like the radio gives it like that podcast feel. You know what I'm saying? It gives it like that podcast feel. But I feel like that bright and warm is where I would hang around with this microphone while using the Vocaster. So just to kind of turn this off so it can go back to the original sound, let's do that real quick. So we're going to shut it off. So now we are back to the original sound fresh out of the box with the microphone. So again, I just wanted to give you guys that quick example so that you can have that as well when you're trying to make your decision on what microphone you want to get and you run across this video. I just wanted to give you a couple of quick little presets that you can throw on here if you got this hub or in general. You see what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all. So now we are plugged in via USB-C. I can't use any of the Vocaster 1 presets with this microphone. It's all via USB-C. Another thing I want to let you guys know, this has nothing to do with the microphone because I can hear myself through the headphones when I'm using this thing via USB-C and plugging the headphones in. But however, since I'm using Audacity right now to record this, so I'm going to have to sync the audio. For some reason, here on Audacity, it's not letting me monitor through the headphones. So if I stop Audacity right now, I can then hear myself in the headphones. Now, maybe I need to do an update on my Audacity, but I did check for updates, and it didn't give me one. So just know that that's not this microphone's issue. That's a issue with Audacity. So again, if I turn off Audacity right now, I can go back to monitor myself straight up through the microphone, but for some reason Audacity is acting up today, but it's still allowing me to record, but it's acting up. All right. As you can see, when you use the USB-C, you have access to the mute button because it's now lit up and it's green right here. You also can now use all of these knobs on the front, volume, the gain volume, the gain and the volume for the headphones. You can now use that as well. So again, this microphone sounds pretty good. And prior to pressing Audacity, I did run through some plosives and I did, monitor myself. And to be honest with you, it sounds really good via USB-C as well. So I don't think you'll be losing if you don't have a XLR cable or you don't have an XLR hookup. I think you'll be fine using it USB-C too. So don't worry about that. And that's the reason why I'm giving you this test so you can see what it sounds like, XLR and USB-C. But again, if you had something like the Vocaster 1 with the XLR, you can then take advantage of those presets. Just remember that. With the USB-C, I can't take advantage of the presets from the Vocaster. So you got to pick your poison with that one. You got to, know what you want to do. But I will say if you're starting out and you're using USB-C, you'll be fine. And then if you want to graduate to XLR later, you also got that option because it has, both USB-C and XLR. So you'll be good to go. So a couple of quick plosives and then we'll wrap this video up. So USB-C plosives. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked, if Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? 6 to 8 inches away from the microphone. That's what that sounds like. And again, prior to pressing record on Audacity, I was able to, do a quick plosive test and hear it in the headphones, and it sounded really good, man. You still get to take advantage of the noise canceling on the sides of the mic and stuff like that, even when you're using it USB-C. So none of that stuff changes. But just remember, USB-C, you get to take advantage of everything that's on the microphone. XLR, you're gonna control that stuff on your hardware. So what do I think about the Tank 3 as of right now at the time that I'm recording this video? Now, I think that this microphone is a really good microphone, and I think it rivals my K688. I got to be honest. And the reason why I think it rivals my K688 is because when I went to the Vocaster and I was using the XLR and I was going through those presets, that bright and that warm setting kind of piqued my interest really, really heavy. So now I'm stuck between using the K688 or the Tank 3. But since we got the Tank 3 and it's already kind of right here, I think I'm going to go ahead for the next, month or two and just kind of leave it right here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it for a little bit. But anyway, hopefully this video has been helpful to you guys in some way. And if you did find it helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your man, Jay, and I will catch y'all in the next video. All right? Peace.